the same hunger. Jordan. Yes.
Nice on.
Michael Jordan always trying to improve his shot position, the ability to put it on the...
Every league loves to preach growth like it's the finish line. More fans, louder arenas, bigger numbers, but almost no one talks about what hits after the surge begins. Growth isn't the celebration, it's the pressure test. It's the moment systems built for a smaller stage get forced into a spotlight they weren't designed to handle. That's exactly where the Wnba stands. From the outside, it looks effortless, ratings rising, tickets moving fast, media outlets suddenly demanding non-stop access. It looks like momentum, like clean progress. Inside, it feels like acceleration without adjustment time. Expectations spike overnight while the framework is still catching up. Success shows up early, structure lags behind. Attention arrives before alignment does. This is the phase where leagues stop chasing visibility and start carrying the weight of relevance. When a league is small, errors fade. When it grows, errors echo. Once it's fully visible, every weakness gets inspected up close, ready or not. Stay quiet too long and it's no longer called patience. Silence starts to look intentional, delays feel like decisions, and neutrality stops landing the same way. This isn't outrage or nitpicking, it's scale. The Wnba has shifted lanes. It's no longer treated like a side note, it's judged like a serious professional league with real standards. That's progress, but progress is heavy. The old battle was being noticed. Now attention is guaranteed. Consistency is the test. Regular fans don't fade quietly. Networks investing real money expect smooth operations. Sponsors betting long-term want stability they can rely on. Growth doesn't just open doors, it closes exits. The league didn't only gain viewers, it accepted responsibility, and responsibility always arrives before comfort.
High fly ball, center field, well struck. PCA back. Some more and it's gone.
It wasn't there, so now he's got to throw it deep to the end zone.
What a play by McDavid to set up Connor Brown. It's the creativity on the left, and it's Bukayo Saka who...
The McLarens collide! Lando Norris into the wall and out of the race!
No one in the history of the sport has hit more threes in a season than Clark has this year.
And with that, beats none other than Steph Curry, arguably the greatest shooter of all time in the men's whirlwind.
Coverage didn't rise gradually anymore, it became expected. That's what happens when interest stops just lifting numbers and starts reshaping habits. Once behavior changes, systems lose the option to stand still, they have to adjust or fall behind. This is where misunderstanding creeps in. People notice uneven attention and immediately label it favoritism, assuming focus signals intent, like the league is deliberately directing the spotlight. In truth, visibility wasn't chosen, it was a response. The league answered demand, not emotion. What's unfolding isn't personal, it's structural.
Don't get it twisted, don't get it. Caitlin Clark is the reason why a lot of great things is going to happen for the WNBA.
No league is ready for sudden acceleration. Planning relies on control, predictability, and gradual progress. Acceleration shatters all three at once. Every organization believes it can handle growth better than its predecessors. History proves otherwise. The NBA didn't lock into stability the moment its stars dominated the spotlight. The NFL didn't expand without turbulence as money and influence surged. Global soccer didn't remain smooth once massive investment poured in. Growth arrives first, stability follows. That tense phase isn't collapse, it's the process unfolding. Managing growth isn't about breaking or shrinking the moment, it's about aligning structure with new reality. That alignment works quietly but decisively, shaping expectations, distributing exposure, absorbing pressure internally, and guiding decisions before they reach the public. This is when leadership is truly tested, not in emergencies, but in transitions that determine whether growth becomes sustainable or spirals into chaos. Pressure rarely appears where expected. It lives behind the scenes, in scheduling, coordination, and negotiations that suddenly carry far more weight than before. When growth outpaces systems, alignment isn't optional. Everything becomes urgent, and urgency changes the tone of every interaction.
How How monumental is the Caitlin Clark effect? Clark will make her regular season WNBA debut on Tuesday when the Indiana Fever take on the Connecticut Sun, and as expected, the game is already sold out. Ticket prices have skyrocketed. Courtside seats for this game are reselling for over $2,000 each. As for the rest of the league, the Las Vegas Aces and Washington Mystics have already moved to bigger venues to accommodate for the demand when Caitlin Clark comes to town. The Indiana Fever have also become the most followed WNBA team on Instagram. The Caitlin Clark effect is...
That's where the current CBA talks come into play, not as drama or conflict, but as a clear signal. When growth outpaces the economic framework, labor discussions become unavoidable, not because anything is broken, but because the foundation has shifted. Visibility is higher, revenue expectations have changed, and timelines are tighter. The CBA isn't a meltdown, it's a reset. Resets happen when a league outgrows the assumptions it was built on. Leagues that don't matter never renegotiate their future. Leagues that don't grow never feel the pressure to balance competing interests. Alignment only matters when something real is at stake, and the fact that these conversations are happening says everything. The WNBA has reached a new level of relevance. That doesn't make the process smooth, but it makes it meaningful. How this moment is handled will resonate far beyond a single season. The real risk isn't disagreement, it's pretending nothing has changed. Ignoring the new stakes is how misalignment begins, how trust erodes, and how opportunities slip away. Leagues that struggle long-term aren't the ones confronting tension, they're the ones acting like it doesn't exist. Growth doesn't reward patience, it demands honesty. The next phase won't arrive with headlines or one dramatic announcement. It will arrive quietly, through reset expectations, intentional decisions, and leadership choosing clarity over comfort. Even when that choice feels heavy, that's how eras are built, not in single moments, but through alignment over time. The WNBA didn't arrive here by accident. It earned relevance, attention, and now responsibility, and that responsibility can't be ignored. Wanting growth is easy, living with it is the real test. Managing what you asked for is where leagues are truly examined. When growth hits, the choice isn't just protecting stability or accepting disruption, it's understanding the difference between momentum and control. Momentum moves on its own, control has to be constructed. Right now, the league has momentum, but control is still catching up. That's when outside noise intensifies, every move is read as a message, every pause interpreted. At this level, even normal growing pains look like statements. The league isn't just running games anymore, it's managing perception, timing, and trust simultaneously, layers that didn't exist before. Growth redefines leadership. It's no longer maintenance, it's direction, knowing which voices matter and why, rather than reacting to all. Fans don't just watch, they track patterns, compare decisions, and spot inconsistencies that would have gone unnoticed years ago. Casual interest has become daily investment, and with investment comes expectation, not perfection, but logic. When explanations fall short, frustration fills the gap. This doesn't signal failure, it signals a maturing audience. A growing fan base questions because it believes. The true test is whether the league responds with transparency or allows assumptions to fill the silence. Early supporters remain, but now a wider crowd watches closely, and loyalty no longer fills gaps, expectation does. Here, consistency becomes currency. Clear standards, clear messaging, clear priorities. Not because critics demand it, but because growth requires it. The league doesn't need reinvention, it needs to reinforce what it already is while adapting to what it's becoming. That balance is difficult, but essential. Growth isn't outrun, you either meet it with structure or let it pull you forward unevenly. The path ahead will determine whether this era is remembered as a breakthrough or just build-up. At this stage, perception moves faster than reality. Narratives form before explanations are ready. People judge instantly. That's the cost of visibility. The league is watched not just for what it does, but for what it represents. Every decision carries meaning, even practical, simple moves. Communication becomes as critical as action, not to control opinion, but to prevent silence from speaking instead. When gaps appear, assumptions rush in. The challenge now isn't avoiding criticism, that's already gone. The challenge is framing growth so it isn't misread as chaos or favoritism. Structure must be visible, not just present. Relevance changes the scoreboard. Success is no longer measured by expansion or revenue alone. It's measured by trust, consistency, and the ability to advance without losing control of the story. This moment isn't about one season, one player, or a single headline. It's about a league facing the reality it spent years chasing. Attention didn't arrive by accident. Relevance wasn't given, it was earned step by step, long before the spotlight grew this bright. But relevance changes the rules. The WNBA can no longer move like a league still asking for respect. It must act like one that already has it. Decisions carry weight, silence has meaning, timing becomes part of the message. This phase isn't loud, it doesn't come with fireworks or clear victories. It shows up in internal choices, in negotiations, and in how pressure is managed when there's no perfect answer. Growth exposes weak points, not to embarrass, but to demand evolution. What comes next won't be dictated by social media or viral moments. It will be decided in rooms few see, by whether leadership chooses clarity over comfort, builds alignment intentionally, and embraces responsibility rather than avoiding it. Every league reaches a point where belief turns into expectation. That's the line the WNBA has crossed. There's no returning to being overlooked, only moving forward with purpose. This era is still being written, and the story is far from over.